Hello everyone, good afternoon. It's Ingrid, Customer Service Lady. We're on video number 5 on how to create great customer service. If you have not clicked my subscribe button, please do so. Let's get right into it. Again, I have 2 scenarios, and this is dealing with the business aspect of the customer service. Now, we know as a business owner and a manager, sometimes it can be very frustrating if the agent is not performing the attendant, especially if you know that they're capable of producing good customer service to the customer. Now, when that happens, we tend to get frustrated, but we need to take a step back and think, they've done it before, they were really good, something must have happened. At that stage, we take a step back and we try to find out from them exactly what's going on. So what we can do, the first thing we do, we perhaps have a one-on-one conversation with them. Say the name is Camille. Camille, how are you? I know when I had my teams, what I did, I got to know the teams really well, the children, the grandchildren, the dog, the dog's name, how old the dog is, the breed, stuff like that. And as you get to know your people, they really get to trust you and they open up a bit. So when in person, when an agent is not performing, it's your job as the manager, as the supervisor, to find out exactly what's going on, because you know they're capable of giving you good work. So we have a private conversation and ask if everything is okay. Is there something they would like to talk about? Now, as they're speaking, listen to what they're speaking, what they're saying. And at the end, pick up on 1 or 2 things that may have struck you, and pick up on it and talk to them about it. They respect that. It means that you're listening to what they're saying. So do that. Thirdly, be clear but kind. Be very precise with them. Again, I've seen you in the past. You can perform. You know exactly what to do when a customer, is upset or anything. What has changed? Is there something that it's just no longer there, or perhaps you're just burnt out with the call flow? Perhaps there is something else you would like to talk about. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a one-on-one. At that stage, what you can do, you set up more one-on-ones with them, during the week. Maybe instead of 1 coaching session, put it to 2 or 3. Or, a group session, that helps as well. When you're talking to others, and if you can ask your agent, if you don't mind, do you mind if I pull you into a group? And they would hear things, and sometimes they speak up and say, you should do this, and this is how you handle them. But once again, you have to let them know, I know that you can do a lot better than what is happening right now. So let's schedule another one-on-one or maybe 2, and let's discuss exactly what is going on. Again, coach them. Don't criticize them. Listen to what they have to say and coach them. Again, something's happening that's causing them to take this downward turn, and that is where we come in as managers to bring them back up. And always acknowledge them. When they've done a good job, praise. Give them praise. Agents love to see their names on a board. I used to put it in the chat for everyone to see that my agent and the name, they did so well. They just had a wow call. The customer, and I used to take a lot of calls from customers letting they would talk about the agent and how well they did on their call. And again, you're praising them, you're giving them feedback, and they love that. They absolutely love them. And I used to get a lot of wow calls about my agents. Now let's talk about another scenario. Sometimes that person, that agent is burnt out. They're burnt out. They are no longer interested in the job. and they just want something else to do. It's enough for them. They've just had enough, and they don't feel as though, they want to do this anymore. Okay, that's fine. Again, set up a call with them, but before you do, as their manager, you've got to look at things and say, well, have I been up to par as well? Have I been doing my due diligence and letting them know what the requirements are? Have I been letting them know what our goals are, what our brand is, and letting them know once again what the client is looking for from us? And they play a huge part in doing the calls and letting the clients know that, this is what we're going to do for them. That's how we get paid. So we bring them in and let them know it's not just them that's being impacted, it's all of us. So, just be very candid, have a candid conversation with them, and they may tell you, look, I've had enough, I'm burnt out. This is not what I want to do anymore. Okay, what would you like to do and how can I help you? Don't just brush them off. They need a change, especially if it's been someone who's been with you for a long time and now they're just totally burnt out. Time for a change. So don't brush them off. Investigate, probe, build rapport with them. What can I help you to do? What would you like to do? And help them get there. If it's within your power, or if you have to transfer them to another division, do it for them. They remember that. And again, you're not just helping them, you're helping yourself as well, and the business and the rest of the team. So once again, if this has resonated with you, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. And my customer service course, Mastering Customer Service, is now available if you're interested. And once again, thank you so much for joining me, and see you again soon. Speak to you soon. Bye.